I'll make a pact with you. With the gods as our witnesses, let us pledge that the winner will allow the loser all the proper funeral rituals.
There are no pacts between lions and men. Now you know who you're fighting.
Hey everyone! How's it going? Today we're going to learn English with Troy, the dialogue between Hector and Achilles. In the first part, you will watch the scene with English subtitles. In the second part, you will see our host explaining the words, phrases, and expressions in detail, so you can learn new English vocabulary. And finally, in the third part, you will watch the dialogue again without subtitles, so you can measure how much you're able to understand. Are you ready? Before we continue, if you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure to subscribe, like, comment, and share. And if you're watching on your smartphone and the option to hype the video appears for you, then hype this video. That way you help the channel grow, and many more people will be able to learn English with Troy and with our other videos. That's it. Without further delay, let's jump into the video.
I've seen this moment in my dreams. I'll make a pact with you. With the gods as our witnesses, let us pledge that the winner will allow the loser all the proper funeral rituals.
There are no pacts between lions and men. Now you know who you're fighting.
I thought it was you I was fighting yesterday. And I wish it had been you. But I gave the dead boy the honor he deserved.
You gave him the honor of your sword. You won't have eyes tonight. You won't have ears or a tongue. You will wander the underworld blind, deaf, and dumb, and all the dead will know. This is Hector, the fool who thought he killed Achilles. Get up, Prince of Troy. Get up. Won't let a stone take my glory.
Today, we are strapping on our armor and plunging headfirst into the language of ultimate conflict. Welcome back to the deep dive.
We're taking some really intense source material and pulling out the vocabulary you can actually use.
Exactly. We're serving up advanced English on a silver platter. And our source today is, well, it's about as dramatic as it gets. The showdown between Achilles and Hector.
It's high stakes, it's incredibly formal, and it is just furious.
Right. So our mission for you, our listener, is to learn some really useful advanced English by dissecting the language of this epic fight. We're turning ancient threats into, polished modern tools for you.
And what's so fascinating is that even though this is, well, an ancient text full of vows and declarations, the actual grammar and a lot of the core verbs are still essential.
For what, though?
For serious negotiation, for absolute refusal, for staking your honor, all things that come up in, say, high-stakes professional settings. We're looking for density here, not just the drama.
Okay, so the tension is there from the very first line. Achilles says, "I've seen this moment in my dreams." Linguistically, that line is pure gold.
It really is.
That use of the present perfect, "I have seen," it's not just, "I saw it once."
Yeah.
It connects the entire past right up to this exact moment.
Exactly. It suggests this fight was like a destiny, a lifetime reality, not just a random thought. It's so much more powerful.
So for you as a learner, using that tense implies connection, like saying, "I've always believed in this strategy." It gives it history and weight.
Precisely.
So, okay, let's jump straight into the negotiation. It's kind of wild that they're negotiating at all, but one of them tries to set terms.
He does. He says, "I'll make a pact with you. Let us pledge that the winner will allow the loser all the proper funeral rituals."
Paka. The source uses that word, which sounds a little off. What's the correct, more elevated term we should be learning here?
Well, the correct term is pact. P-A-C-T. A formal agreement. a treaty.
Right, a pact. But then he uses the verb pledge, and that feels so much stronger than just, let's agree.
Oh, it's miles stronger. Pledge is a fantastic, high-value verb. It implies a solemn promise, a really serious commitment that involves your honor or your resources.
So it's about the stakes.
It's all about the stakes. You might promise to meet a friend, but a corporation pledges to follow new regulations. You pledge money to a charity. It's a commitment that has real consequences if you break it.
That distinction is key. Gravity versus simplicity.
Yeah.
And to make this pact official, he says, with the gods as our witnesses.
A very formal structure, but the core of it, as our witness, is still incredibly useful.
How so?
Well, a witness is just someone who sees something. But using that structure as our witness is a way to drop in authority or accountability. You're just swapping out the gods for, I don't know, a legal document.
Oh, okay. Like, with the auditor as my witness, the accounts were balanced.
Exactly. Or using the project charter as our witness, the deadline is firm. It tells everyone that your statement is backed up by something verifiable.
But of course, this negotiation is just shut down instantly.
Instantly. The refusal is so sharp. There are no pacts between the lions and men.
That is just brutal. But can you really use that kind of metaphor today? In like a professional setting?
Probably not that exact phrase, no. But the principle behind it is everywhere. It's a classic idiom to just declare there is no common ground.
Meaning the conflict is existential.
Right. There's no trust, no room for compromise. A lion and a man are natural enemies. So in a modern context, you might say two rival companies are such natural adversaries that, no agreement is possible. It's about finality.
Okay, so the dialogue then pivots. It moves from that failed negotiation to the justification for the fight. And it's all about honor and merit.
Yes, Hector justifies what he did by saying, I gave the dead boy the honor he deserved.
Let's break that down. Honor feels like more than just respect here.
You're right. We have to elevate that definition. In this kind of context, honor isn't just respect. It's more like reputation capital or moral authority. It's the value other people place on your character.
And if you lose it,
you lose your standing in the entire community. It's everything.
And deserve. Why is that verb so critical?
Because deserve is all about establishing merit. To deserve something is to be worthy of it. So when you say someone technically yes, but, and this is important for you as a learner, that kind of omission is extremely common in rapid, high-emotion speech. The speaker is just prioritizing getting the point across over perfect formal structure.
So we shouldn't necessarily use it in an essay.
No, probably not.
But we absolutely need to recognize it when we hear it.
Exactly. It's a recognition tool. And speaking of intensity, the dialogue immediately moves to these stark final threats.
It's merciless. He says, you won't have eyes tonight, you won't have ears or a tongue.
And this is a perfect example of using the simple future tense will not or won't to make a definite absolute prediction. There's no ambiguity.
The key structure for a learner there is won't have X.
It's so effective for describing a future lack of something. You could even use it in a, less fatal professional context. Warning a team, if we miss this deadline, we won't have the budget for phase 2. Yeah. It's direct, it's concise, it's definitive.
And the ultimate insult isn't just death, it's this incredibly visual, descriptive fate. You will wander the underworld blind, deaf, and dumb.
A masterclass in descriptive vocabulary right there. First, the verb wander.
To travel aimlessly.
Exactly, without purpose. It implies being lost, confused. And then you get that classic sequence of adjectives. Blind, deaf, and dumb.
Cannot see, cannot hear, cannot speak. They're such core, high-frequency words that everyone needs to know.
Short, impactful, and they describe essential human abilities.
I use wander all the time, in much calmer situations. I like to wander around the market, or let my thoughts wander. It's such a versatile verb for movement without a specific direction.
It really is.
And the dialogue ends with this just biting insult. It's meant to destroy Hector's whole legacy.
All the dead will know this is Hector the fool who thought he killed Achilles.
That phrasing, the fool who thought, is such a powerful dismissive statement.
It completely undermines their perception of their own greatest achievement. It's basically saying, your big moment was a complete delusion.
And then the final command. Get up, Prince of Troy, get up. The language just simplifies down to the absolute essential.
And get up is one of the most common, non-negotiable phrasal verbs in English. Everyone knows it, everyone understands it.
And we close on this defiant phrase, won't let a stone take my glory. I love that.
It's a great idiomatic expression.
What does it really mean to take my glory?
It means I won't let anything, not even something as small and insignificant as a stone, diminish my achievement or steal my credit. It's all about legacy.
So you could adapt that. If you land a huge client and someone says it was just luck, you could say, I'm not going to let a technicality take my glory for bringing in that deal.
That's a perfect modern application.
Wow, what a deep dive into the language of the battlefield. So, to recap the key vocabulary we've pulled out for you.
We started with the formal terms for agreement, pact and pledge.
Right. Then we talked about the critical language of merit with deserve and that elevated idea of honor as reputation capital.
And we finished with the imagery of movement and condition, the verb wander, and those three vital adjectives, blind, deaf, and dumb.
I think the biggest takeaway for me, and for you as a listener, is how this epic language contains words that are still so relevant.
Absolutely. If you can understand the gravity that comes with a word like pledge, or the sense of fairness attached to deserve, you can use those words with the right authority in any modern setting.
We started this whole thing with that loaded statement, I've seen this moment in my dreams. And we also heard that confrontational challenge, now you know who you're fighting.
Two very powerful lines.
So our challenge for you, the listener, is this. How would you take the spirit of that second line, you know who you're fighting, that idea of understanding your opponent or the situation, how would you transform that into a sophisticated, non-confrontational question in a professional setting? Think about how you'd ask, what exactly are we aiming for here and what are the obstacles? But using some of the elevated vocabulary we've covered today.
That's a great challenge, something to mull over.
It is. That's it for us. Thanks for joining this linguistic battle.
See you next time.
I've seen this moment in my dreams. I'll make a pact with you. With the gods as our witnesses. Let us pledge that the winner will allow the loser all the proper funeral rituals.
There are no pacts between lions and men. Now you know who you're fighting.
I thought it was you I was fighting yesterday. And I wish it had been you. But I gave the dead boy the honor he deserved.
You gave him the honor of your sword. You won't have eyes tonight. You won't have ears or a tongue. You will wander the underworld blind, deaf, and dumb, and all the dead will know. This is Hector, the fool who thought he killed Achilles. Get up, Prince of Troy. Get up. Won't let a stone take my glory.
Hey, what about you? Did you enjoy today's episode? Which new words or expressions did you learn from the Hector and Achilles scene? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget, follow us, like the video, leave a comment, and share it with someone who's also learning English. Your support helps the channel grow, and it allows us to bring even more amazing content for you. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next episode.